Hey everybody, it's Jeannie from Clifton's Crafty Casa. Welcome to my YouTube channel and welcome to our Friday Friends. I think I'm the only friend on today. um, Mary did have her video on earlier today. So let's get started. I'm going to be doing some ornaments. I'm using decoupage paper, little ornaments. Let me show you what those look like. Um, and so here you can see my project view. So I have these churches, and there's 9 of them on that paper. I have wreaths, and there's 12 on that paper. And I have these cute dogs, and I know this is going to sell pretty well at in my area. The dogs always sell. And so I have these wood rounds that I bought from Scorch Marker, and they're pretty nice. They're very nice and sanded, um, and they have really good wood on the outside of them. And the only issue is that I need to have a little bit of white behind each of those pictures. So I'm going to squirt out some white here on my paper. And I'm just going to do just a little like circle, because most of this is circle-ish. And I don't want to go too far out because I don't want to get too big for my little decoupage papers. Okay, so I'm just going to quickly put a circular thing on each of these, because I want the natural wood to be the outside of each of these. It's going to be an ornament for for your tree. I have my tree up all year long, and so so I have all kinds of ornaments. Right now I have sunflowers and 4th of July, but I need to take the 4th of July ones off probably, and need to make that just look a little bit nicer. And this is not round at all. Let's round it up. Okay, and I think that will do for right now. So I'm going to use a water pen. I'm going to do 3 dogs and 3 wreaths right now, and then we'll do some things on the back sides as well. I always do fronts and backs. I'm going to take a water pan, and I'm going to squirt it out and go around the wreath here of each of these dogs. I'm going to have to be very careful about where I tear these, because they kind of mesh together. There's a little bit of uh, greenery that touches each other almost. So I'm going to use my thumb and finger on the image itself so I get what I want from that image before I tear it all off. Now, the other thing I could have done, because that is going to take up almost that whole thing, I might as well just paint it all white. I didn't realize how big it was. Okay, it's going to paint. Let's just not go to the edge. Be very careful about not getting all the way over to the edge. And these are soaking up this paint so fast. It's very dry, plus these are dry kiln, you know, they're already dried. So I'm going to put a little water with my paint here. You know, you never know what your paint's going to be like on a surface until you know how dry it is. It's very dry in my area. I live in Nevada. We have very dry, hot temperatures this time of year. And I'm in the garage, so that and intensifies it just a little bit more. That's where my craft room is in the garage. I do not have an air conditioner out here. I just have a fan going. You probably hear that. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and go all the way around these. Just not getting into the side parts. I don't want any of those, the dark brown to be covered with the white paint. And you notice how fast it's drying too. That's the other thing, when you notice how dry it is where you live. Okay. So I'm going to use some decoupage medium that I make. If you've watched my channel before, you know I have a video on how to make your own decoupage medium. And I use it in this glass jar. And today, because it's so far down there, I want it to be up a little higher. So I'm just going to pour some out in the lid. And I love the furry look. I want a little bit more of that off of there. I'll just look to see on this dry. This was the first one I did. This is going to be dry. Oh, that looks great. There's a little bit over here. This is a Mastiff dog. And you know that people are going to look for their own dog breed, right? And then purchase one to put on their tree. So I put some my decoupage medium down there. I'm going to use just a Dollar Tree. Where is it? It's not sitting up still here. All right. Oh, there it is. Okay. I'm just going to use this brush. It's pretty firm brush. And I'm just going to push that by pouncing, push that paper into that Mod Podge so that it stays on there. And then I'm going to put a little bit of Mod Podge to seal it on there. And I'm going to go all around wherever the paper is to seal it. And it clouds it up just a little bit, but it's going to be very, very dry, clear when it dries. All right, let's go to the collie now. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to pull it off around, making sure that I have what I want to be showing in my fingers on this side. Okay. And we'll take the next one. And the collie. Now these aren't completely totally round, so you might want to move it around a little bit to see where the best place is for it. And the reason I put white on each of these round circles or wood forms is that it will show up, the rice paper will show up better if it has white behind it, because if you just put it, you could put it right exactly on the wood itself, but it makes it darker, the background darker. So it's not as bright as it could be. And so that's what you want to do. You want to make sure that you get white behind there, because look, if you look very carefully, you can see the white behind it and then the brown, and what the brown color comes out right here. If you look at there, the brown color between the white and the brown color, how dark it would be if you didn't put it white. Okay, it looks like this one I got a little bit of this in my glue when I was dealing with it, I guess, and I want to dry a little bit of glue off of there. All right, my water pen's over here, and I'm going to do the foxhound next. I did a whole bunch of these last Christmas, and the reason I'm doing it now is if I do it now, I have it ready for before Christmas because people put their trees up in November. So I want to start doing some of my projects now. And then I have them done. I don't have to rush before I go to the bazaar. So I'm going to do it like that. Now I've got a little bit of pieces of wood in there. I want to get those out as best I can. There we go. And put my foxhound down, pounce it in. Now over here, it went kind of far over there, so I'm just going to tear some of that off so it's not completely into the, it doesn't hurt what's on there already, but it keeps it from being out on the edge so much. There we go. Okay, I'm going to do that. And rice paper sometimes has some fibers that don't want to do what you want it to do. So I'm just going to fold that over there like that on that side and put a top coat on. So there's the dog ones. Let's see what the wreath ones look like. So I don't mess up. I'm just going to go straight across the top of these wreaths on this line here and pull that off. Put this away so I don't ruin it. And then I just want to do around the wreath. I got this paper from Decoupage Central. It's they call them minis, I think, for so that you can do stuff like this for on ornaments or whatever. And we will put this on here. I bought a whole big box of, I don't know, 72, I think. 72 of these rounds, wood rounds. I like them a lot better than the flat ones, and they even have lichens on the side of it. It's really cool. So you know it is a real live tree, because lichens are still alive. It's probably still alive on there. Or just left over. So let's see, I want to use my hand better on this one. I didn't do it on that last one, and it's a little wide on me. There we go. And if I were doing these, I would probably do the wreath on the back and the dog on the front, and then you have a completed surface. But I wanted you to see the wreaths. And so I'll probably do these now like this, and then do the dog on the other side of these. off camera. Just wanted you to see so many of them. And then I'm going to drill a hole because you need a hole and you need some ribbon or string. And I'm going to, of course, use jute twine because it's very rustic. And this is kind of a rustic ornament. It's not, I mean, I have baker's twine in different colors and things like that. And so it doesn't take a lot of time. It's very easy to do. It's something anybody can do. And why spend a whole bunch of money for a ornament that you might like, and you can make an ornament you will like, really like. So I think the dogs and the wreaths are all the same number. So I'm going to go ahead and just do that. What I said is put the dogs on one side and the wreath on the other, and do it that way. So I want to try one of these try these churches, because I think churches are important to have on your tree as well. And they are in the circle as well. And I'm just going to go ahead and paint that white around. And another thing you could, if you wanted to just guess on how much white you need on your wood round, you could do that. That's what I'm doing. Or you could cut out you could fussy cut some of these. I'll show you this. I'll do that. These churches, and you can put it on the back, put the white paint on the back of the rice paper. It's sturdy enough to do that. So let's do this. Let's do a little what we call fussy cut. I have my really good scissors that are for detailed work. And I want to go right around the edge. Probably want to not use the whole thing as the fussy cut because I can't hold it as well. This way I'm able to just get right into there. I love these scissors. I bought these on Amazon and they are the neatest and sharpest, and they're just awesome. Fit my hand. I don't have any trouble with it. So, okay, so see, when I did my guesstimating, the white went above. So let's use that for something else. Let's turn it on the back. And we will take some white paint and just put it on the back of this rice paper so that it's going to show up better on this wood round. Because if I did it just on the wood, it would be very dark and it wouldn't show very well at all. It's kind of a tannish look of rice paper in the first place, the images. And so I don't want more tan. I want less tan. And I just made a boo-boo and just did something there. And I'm going to see if I can get off of there for just a minute. It's okay. All right, then, as this paint dries, it's so little, I'm just not going to put any of my heat tool on there. I'm just going to go ahead and put the decoupage medium on and just put, see how tan it is in the first place? If you left that white or that tan, it would be really, really dark. Okay, we want to stick this on there really well. And then because I put that on some wet paint, I'm not going to take the chance. And I'm going to get another brush and do the top coat. And I'm going to go all the way around, even on the wood part, just to make it all fit in. Okay, so that's what I would do. Or you could, I mean, this one has a really good frame around it and the cross is above it. So if the cross is above it, let's not fussy cut that. Let's go ahead and use the water pen and have a little ring around it. This, because we have that cross at the top, we want the cross to be part of the church picture. And the cross went above the frame of that church there. So we want to make sure that it goes all around here. Okay, and that's going to fit perfectly on there. So we're just going to go ahead and do Mod Podge underneath on the white, like we did all the others. So there was one way that you could paint on the thing, on the wood ground, and then you can also paint on the rice paper as well. I should have pounced that and didn't, but this will make it sure it goes down. Okay, so there we have the two churches. Okay, and they look awesome. All right, so you get your drill out and you get a small bit on there for the drill. You want to use it on something that is already, I'm going to get my, I don't want it to go through my mat, so I'm going to get my piece of wood that I've been using, and I want to do it at the top. So I'm thinking, okay, so here would be the top, but I don't want to go all the way up at the brown top. So I want to go right about there. Wow. Why isn't that, okay, I got it almost through, and it's taken me a whole bunch of pushing. And you know why? Because my Black & Decker, I need to plug in my Black & Decker. I need to take it, put it back on there and take it off. There we go. Get it out of there. Okay. So it went through, but it didn't go through probably all the way. Let's do that one more time, all the way through. So I can, oh. Come on. I'm going to plug in my Black & Decker. Okay. So there's a little hole. And so you use some jute twine that will fit in there. Make sure that you go opposite of how it's rolled around your thing. And for a tree, I like it this way because you're going to see both sides. And we're going to put a different, a wreath on that side. So I want to tie it up here, and I'm going to try to make it a double knot up here. So that is not going to come apart. There we go. And there we have a ornament with a mastiff. Okay. All right. Thank you very much. So that is what I had planned for today. I'm sure you don't need to see me do all of those other things, and I have to plug in my drill. I could go ahead and do the back side and put a wreath on this side for you, just so that you'd see a finished one. I've got where's my water pen? This is so crazy, you guys. I put down my sander the other day, and my it was gone. It had fallen in the drawer. Did it fall in a drawer? I didn't open a drawer, did I? And it didn't fall on the floor. I don't see it anywhere on the floor. Is that weird or what? Where is my water pen? I have the lid to my water pen. There it was. It's underneath something else. All right, should we do, let's do a bull terrier. We'll just do this one next. That's next to it. And put it, oh no, we're doing a wreath, aren't we? We're not doing a, because that was a mastiff. So let's do a wreath on the back of the mastiff. I think it's called mastiff. I'm not sure. I mean, I'm just putting a little French on it. These would be great little ornaments for Christmas, or you could even make it for someone who's lost a pet in a while and give it to them as a keepsake. You could even put a picture of the animal on these rounds. You can use, you just print a picture of the dog, the person's dog, on rice paper. Then you can use it just like this. It's not that big a deal. I didn't even let that paint dry. It's okay. All right, where's the top of that? On the top. I think the top would be up there. That would be the bottom. And it's going to go up a little bit up there. I'm going to do the backs before I do any of the twine anyway, because I don't need to. I can drill through all of it at once, and I don't have to worry about this part right here being stuck down to the wood and not the twine. Okay, so there's the back. Here's the front. Here is this cute ornament. Isn't that awesome? Okay. Thank you so much for joining me today. I appreciate everybody being here. I hope I gave you some ideas, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Happy Friday. See you later. Bye-bye.